So guys, I'm back.
Don't matter to me, we can dance slow.
So yes guys, episode 2, week 2. We're giving it to you guys. We're not playing. Like I told you guys, I'm coming with the content for you guys, and I was not joking. So this week we're talking about something that I get a lot of DMs about. Every week probably, or at least 2-3 people will DM me asking me this question. So I thought it would just be easier. Let me just make a video. Let me just make it easier for you guys to access. Times I get questions around, how do I get into public speaking? How did you become a public speaker? You know, I want to start mentoring, but I want to build my confidence in public speaking. How do you go about it? So I thought I'd give you guys some tips when it comes to public speaking. Now, the first thing I want to say to you guys is that we've all done public speaking. Yes, we've all done it. Whether we have been standing in front of an audience, booked for a speaking engagement, or at school, the teacher normally forces us to go up to the front of the classroom and speak in front of people. Now, whether you felt comfortable or not, it is classed as public speaking. So I just want to let you guys know that you have overcome your first step, your first fearful step of public speaking, and actually have done it. Even whether you think you have or haven't, I'm now letting you guys know that you have definitely done some form of public speaking. Now, a lot of people want to get booked for public speaking engagements, but the first step, or even the steps before getting booked for a public speaking engagement, is building your confidence, is knowing what you want to talk about, is building your platform so people know what you're about. So when they're reaching out to you through the platforms, they can see your work. Your work makes them book you. Now, for me, guys, I was not a great public speaker to begin with. I had absolutely no confidence. I couldn't speak one-on-one with someone. It was really hard for me to do. And as the years kind of went on, I did actually gain a stutter. I started actually mixing up my words. And it still happens every now and again. You know, my words will get jumbled up, or I'll kind of just lose track or thought of what I'm doing. And that's to let you guys know that being a public speaker isn't about being perfect. It's about being passionate. That is what is most important. So I want to give you guys some tips on how to build your confidence before becoming a public speaker, or even being a public speaker, or even during. Just some tips. So the first one I would say is get out there and network, meet people. By doing that, firstly, you're building your confidence by speaking to new people. And secondly, you're meeting all these different people. So when you're telling and introducing yourself and saying, this is what I do, this is what I'm passionate about, that is what they get to know you for. And when you start building your platform, when you start building your online platform, these people will see that, oh, okay, they said they're passionate about this and they're actually talking about this online. It correlates, it makes sense. And even if they don't book you immediately, they may know someone else who might need someone who speaks in your industry or speaks what you're passionate about. So get out there, network, build your confidence, meet new people, let people know what you're about, who you are, what you do. By pushing yourself outside that comfort zone, it will surely help you to build your confidence. That's something I did. I went to a lot of networking events. Now, I know networking events are growing and they're very big, and you know, a lot of people doing networking events now, but 5-6 years ago there was no one really doing very many networking events. It was people who had been in their industry for many years. So every time I was going to a networking event, I was always the youngest in the room, which was great to me because I thought, do you know what, I can learn so much from these people. I can showcase really who I am, and being the youngest person in the room, people want to hear from you because they're thinking, what's this girl doing here? You know, she doesn't look like she could have even been in a job for 10 years. So a lot of people wanted to kind of help me or mentor me or guide me. And I learned so much. And now a lot of these people that I met 5-6 years ago, I'm able to work with, to host events and to do different things with them, because I'd already built the relationship years ago. So I would say definitely get out there and network, meet new people. So leading on from that, step outside your comfort zone. When you're stepping outside your comfort zone and doing things that make you uncomfortable, it will help you to gain confidence. I'm scared of heights. So one thing that I do every single year is find a way that I can conquer that fear. I've climbed the O2. I have gone parasailing. I'm going to go skydiving. I'm going to do indoor diving. I'm going to be doing zip wiring. I'm going to do everything that can push me outside my comfort zone. And that's going to help me to just build confidence in who I am. If I know that I can conquer my fear of heights, I'm going to have no problem conquering my fear of speaking in front of people, because I've conquered my biggest fear that I have. So do things that are pushing you outside your comfort zone. Create a list, things that I want to conquer over the next 12 weeks, one thing a week. Conquer it, step outside your comfort zone. All these things are going to help to make you more confident, and they actually might give you something that you can talk about as well, which you can use in your talks. I would also say, what are you passionate about? What is it that you want to talk about? You know, a lot of people, they want to become public speakers and they want to speak about that. But what is it that you actually want to talk to people about? And who will actually want to hear what you're talking about? A lot of us, we're passionate about something, or there's something that we've experienced, and now we can actually use that as a story to talk to other people and to give back to people. So you have to be passionate about what you want to talk about. What could you spend a whole hour talking about? Think about that. If you were in a room and there was a group of people and you were told to stand at the front of that room for a whole hour and speak about one thing or one area or one industry, what would it be? What can you speak about for a whole hour and still have more to say? That is what you're passionate about. That is what you could talk about. You know, start somewhere, because what happens is, you know, people, they want to get into public speaking and speaking, but it's like, what do you want to speak about? What is it that you actually want to talk about? What do people want to hear? You have to find the thing that you want to talk about, and that is the thing that you can speak about for hours on end. Now, as you get into public speaking and you start speaking in front of people, you will learn how you interact with your audience. You will learn your way of speaking and engaging, and how you deliver your workshop or session or speech. But it's also important for people to be able to see that before they book you. Now, how they're going to be able to see that is through your online brand. Now, no one's asking you to have millions of followers or thousands, but your content will have to speak for itself. Now, what I used to do during the pandemic was I used to go live just randomly. Just used to randomly set up my camera, click live, go live, and just figure out something to talk about. Now, that wasn't because, oh my gosh, yeah, I wanted to do it, it was so fun. It was because, no, girl, you're going to push yourself outside your comfort zone and do something that makes you feel awkward. Because what that's going to do is help you to be able to speak on the spot, and also build your confidence to just learn how to engage with awkward silences as well. Now, no one's telling you to do random lives, but what can really help you to build your confidence is by creating online content. Obviously, TikTok is a big platform. A lot of creators are posting, speaking about different things that they're passionate about, creating podcasts. Now, by using them platforms to build your confidence, by putting out videos, that is going to help you to be seen. You can set up a camera, on top of some books, on top of a shelf, and just start speaking about what you want to talk about. If you post it and it's not the best, that's okay. That is okay. What you're doing there is building your confidence, because people now want to see who you are without you just saying it. They will check out who you are online. And your platforms are your portfolios. Your social platforms are your portfolio. So post online, and through doing that as well, you actually understand how you want to speak, how you want to engage. It will just help you to build your confidence. So again, when it comes to building your confidence, when it comes to becoming a public speaker, it's all about doing the things that are going to push you outside your comfort zone. So each and every day, do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Talk to a new person, introduce yourself. Do something that you don't really want to do. If you don't like going out and having dinner by yourself, go out and have dinner by yourself. Talk to the waitress, engage in a conversation. When it comes to public speaking, it's all about knowing how to speak to new people, how to engage with different people, interact with different audiences. You have to be able to read the room, and how you can do that is by meeting and engaging with new people. So get online, get creating content, get out there, get networking, do things that push you outside your comfort zone. Practice speaking as well by yourself. Stand in front of the mirror. Say, "Hi guys, my name is Kate. Today I'm going to be talking about mental health. I'm going to be talking about the importance of focusing on you." Why is that important? Just like that. Literally just talk to yourself. It's all about practice. Practice, practice, practice. One thing that they teach us in school is that practice makes perfect. Now it does. It truly does. The more that you practice is the more that you learn more about yourself. The more that you learn about how you want to do things. So get out there, get in front of your mirror, get talking to yourself. And if you mess up, it's okay. We live in a world now where people don't want you to come in with this certain level of perfection. They want you to come in and be yourself. Don't copy someone else. Be yourself. I want you to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. And that's key to building your confidence. I've come from a place where I've had no confidence at all to a place where I can speak in front of thousands of people. I've been able to work with so many amazing brands to speak, to help, to engage with their audiences. And that's because I've spent years pushing myself outside my comfort zone. I've spent years trying to understand more about myself, do things that make me uncomfortable, so I can get to the place where I am right now. In 10 years, I know I'm going to be in a completely different space, place, mentally, physically, emotionally, when it comes to speaking. I'm going to be able to engage with an audience so differently to how I do now, and that's just basically through practicing, through getting out there, doing things that make me uncomfortable. I thought you had to be a perfect speaker in order to be a public speaker. And all you have to do is be yourself. People want someone that looks like them, that speaks like them. I thought I had to speak very posh. I had to speak like this. If I was going to be in front of an audience, I had to speak like I was very posh, and I had to speak very formal. But actually, no, sometimes I get in front of people and I speak like this, because that's how I speak. Getting in front of the people that understand you and engaging with different groups of people is important. But you have your way of delivering your talks. You have your way of being you. And that's what people will engage with. Don't try to be like the next person. Be yourself. Because now people will book people because they're different, or because, you know, they're not the standard posh public speaker. Depending on your audience or the people that they're trying to reach or the people that you're trying to reach, you have to be you. And that is what is important. That is what I have learnt. Find your way, find your groove, find how you want to do that, but you're going to find it through practicing. Record yourself speaking, and then play it back and watch yourself. I know it's horrible to do that, but it will help you to identify, actually, what am I doing? How am I speaking? What am I doing with my hands? Am I speaking too fast? Am I speaking too slow? Recording yourself is a great way, because you've always got that to look back on. So use all these different things to help you to build your confidence. And the right people will see you. I've been able to work with so many different brands, and that is because they can see me online, they can see what I do. So let them see what you do. Let them engage with you. Build your portfolio. Enjoy the learning process. So, I will see you guys in next week's episode. I hope you can use the tips from today to really help build your confidence. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Bye.